at the New York premiere of Here Comes the Boom, and word on the red carpet is that Kevin James did anything but lie down on the set of the film. So the theme of the night, by far and away, has been how impressed everyone is with your commitment to this role.
Yeah, this was it was a passion project for me, so I wanted to do the best I could with it. The UFC gave us their blessing, and I wanted, but their one concern was that we don't make a mockery of it. We made it look real, and so I worked really hard. I trained really hard with it, and I'm excited the way it came out.
14 months out before the movie starts shooting, he started working out really hard, started training with all the pros.
Wow.
He trained 2 or 3 times a day. He says, he lost, 70, 75 pounds. He's 218 pounds in his movie. He looks really, really good, and when you see him move, when you see the focus mitts routine, people are going to be amazed.
I actually put him through a more extensive fighters training camp and a longer camp that I would put any
Really?
of my fighters through. Yeah.
Did he cheat?
No, not at all.
Wow,
That's
that's
one thing.
great.
He has this big thing where he likes to smell food, but he won't taste it. So he takes turns going around the table smelling everybody's sandwiches and everybody's food, and that's kind of how he gets by.
Kevin would be beaten to a pulp. Get off the mat, watch the camera, look and see if he liked the take, go back and do it again time after time after time.
Wow. Did you learn anything about MMA fighting you didn't know before?
Yeah, I learned a little bit about it because before I didn't know anything about it. And I also learned that the guys look really, really tough and mean, and they're really, really sweet and nice.
Oh, that's nice.
And, actually one day when I was waiting around, they taught me a couple of fighting moves, and they said I was very good.
What makes you a UFC fan?
Just the fighters, getting to know them all. They're really such great guys, and they're regular people. They're family men. They fight for, what inspires them, which, putting food on the table for their kids or whatever they do. But it inspires me to see that they would do something that I would never do.
Not a lot of MMA movies. You're setting the tone.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was awesome because I wanted to do an MMA movie like no other. So first off, there wasn't a bunch to compete with.
They had Warrior last year. Now you have this film. What do you think of MMA coming into Hollywood?
I think this is part of a breakthrough. I think a lot of the movies that were done before in the past, not to name any specifically, but I think they were a little dark. I think they kind of gave the wrong message when it came to mixed martial arts. Kevin has a very soft touch, so to say.
They are Zen gentlemen
Oh, that's
outside
nice.
the ring. And then they will eat a body part as soon as they get in.
Also, it's interesting because, with the teacher strikes and testing, I think people forget about the bond between teachers and students.
Yeah.
What do you hope people take away from the movie on that?
The most important thing was it is a school that's really been hit by cuts, but also a lot of the teachers lost their inspiration. And I feel like it's hard. When things are hard for everybody, it gets hard. And Kevin's character is sort of phoning it in. He's a bad teacher in the beginning.
My last question for you is, do you have a teacher who did something nice for you?
Absolutely. I have a bunch of them, but one of them's named in this movie. His name is Mr. Betcher. He was a great teacher who, his principles kind of affected me to this day, 30 years later. So thank you for being a good teacher, man. We need them.
I had a really hard time in school,
Yeah.
But my music teacher was the one who believed in me in high school. My high school was around the corner and down the street.
Really?
From where we are right now.
How was it playing a music teacher then? Was that special for
I
you?
loved it.
There is one teacher that was an English teacher in 3rd, 4th grade that really made me believe in myself. She was not just teaching English. She used it as an excuse to teach us about art and other things, and I'm still in contact with her. And when I was doing that movie, she lives in Boston now. She came over to the set.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.